On the 29th of October 2020, the Lord showed me a vision. In this particular revelation, I was taken in the spirit to a major factory in the United Kingdom. It was a place where this Christian brother was laboring. He was working in this particular place. And I saw that from within the office of the management and the leadership of this institution, ill will rose against him, and not just against him, but against people of color within that place. Now, that ill will would remove him from this particular company in this revelation. And in the same instance, the Lord took me in the spirit into a financial organization. In this particular side of the vision, I was made to see a book that appeared to be the account of another Christian brother in the United Kingdom. In this account, he appeared to have had £15,000 in the account, and all of a sudden, the 15,000 changed to 7,000, taking out about 60% of what was in that particular account. As I came out of that particular place in the vision, I heard the Spirit of the Lord saying that in days to come, as part of the recuperative processes of the United Kingdom, will be strategic economic policies, taxation policies that will be targeted at migrant blacks who are legitimately staying within the United Kingdom. And therefore, this particular vision, I'm sharing it with you, not for those who do not have documents or who are illegally resident in the United Kingdom. From this particular revelation the Lord showed me, I saw that these were two believers, both of them sound believers, living in two separate parts of the United Kingdom, legally employed within the United Kingdom job system. But I also saw that they were victims of the wind of an economic or taxation policy that is coming into force, that has not yet come into force, but is coming into force. I hear the Spirit of the Lord also saying that these particular taxation policies will be discriminatory taxation policies that will not be made public as discriminatory. It would appear to be covering everybody, but it will be very strategically targeted towards migrants who are blacks and who are laboring within the country. Now, whether or not it will reach out to people of other colors, I do not know. But based on what I saw in the revelation is what I am sharing. And I see the Lord saying that it is time to stand in the place of prayer, to stand in the gap, and to cry for mercy. I share this also because in September 26, 2018, when the Lord showed me the revelation that I would share about 6 months down the line after the outbreak of the COVID-19, since I did not fully understand and could not interpret that vision in the light of what was going on, I did later come out to share when I had good understanding that that revelation had to do with the COVID-19 virus. I shared with you how I'd seen in this revelation a rain of serpents falling on an ancient mountain, and between the mountain and where I was a very vast field, a very, very vast forest of giant trees. And as the serpent fell on the mountain, they were enraged, and in that rage they ate everything in their path and traveled through this great huge forest that I did not think they could have journeyed towards. On getting to the end where I was, when they came out of the forest, they had metamorphosized into something huge and something that has no description in the natural. These particular creatures began to eat everything in their path, and in the revelation I saw that I was looking, while I took my eyes away to look at a little girl that was standing beside me, though a girl, but she had a male part and an advanced male part for that matter. And I took my face back. I saw that that creature was journeying towards the area where I was and was going to eat up a little child. In another video, I would explain what I believe the Lord is saying concerning that little girl having an advanced male organ, and what I believe to be the internal agenda within the United Kingdom and the United States, the United Kingdom government that the Church of Christ within the United Kingdom should watch out for. But for now, suffice it to say that in this same vision, the Lord took me to a particular local church that is a missionary church. I call the Black Community Church in the United Kingdom a missionary church. Now, that is the missionary church. And I'd seen that the congregation was worshiping. This missionary church has its headquarters in Nigeria. I don't know the name of the denomination in the natural, but in the vision, I was made to realize that this church had its headquarters in Nigeria. A youth church in this vision, very vibrant. The pastor looked very, very strong and healthy, and even looked like a bodybuilder. But then, in the revelation, his legs were revealed to me, and I saw that the legs were S-shaped. And the Lord was speaking about the prayer power that existed within this local assembly as a sign, a type of what exists across board in many places within the United Kingdom. I'd like to use this opportunity to say to you, believers living within the United Kingdom, it is a time to pray. It is time to press into God. The reason is because while we enter into the second wave of the pandemic, it is not going to end with the second wave. Understand that the entire United Kingdom and Europe is being precipitated into certain dimensions of calamities that they have never seen before, for which the leadership and the government of this continent, not just this nation, have no idea of how they are going to tackle it. But I hear the Holy Spirit say that the year 2021 is going to be the year of divine exemption, that His people will escape many, many evils that would plague this land. And from within this land and within these calamities, the Lord will raise an opportunity for Himself to be testified of and for Himself to be witnessed to. But these testimonies and this witness would only be possible by a church that stands before the Lord in prayer, in intercession, and walks in obedience. In intercession for the land, because this is part of the primary assignment for which the Lord has moved this church and this group of people to this place at such a time as this. In rounding up, I want to say to you from the first revelation again that we pray concerning economic and taxation policies that are going to put very stringent slave kind of tax burdens on a specific set within the population within the United Kingdom. And again, I say to you that this is the black community of migrants. They are strategically going to be targeted for very, very heavy tax burdens, not because of anything they've done wrong, not because they are residents within the United Kingdom illegally. As a matter of fact, the reason why they will be able to be object or target for these burdens is because they are legally resident, but simply because they are people of color. And this was a revelation that the Lord showed me on the 29th of October 2020, just 2 days ago. I pray, like Jesus said to us in Luke chapter 21 verse 36, keep alert at all times and pray that you might be strong enough to escape these horrors coming, and that you may be able to stand before the Son of Man. I pray that on a day-to-day basis, you will be standing before the Lord in the place of prayer and in the place of discernment, so that you will be counted worthy to escape the horrors that is coming upon the earth. God bless you.